Good morning. My name is Misty Reddit, and thank you for meeting with me today to discuss ways to reduce employee turnover. I'm proposing 3 viable solutions for the company driven by HR analytics to be implemented in the first quarter of 2022. These solutions are going to be aimed at reducing the quantity of voluntary separations. Voluntary separations and turnover, they affect employee morale, decrease productivity, our institutional knowledge is lost, and it affects our bottom line. We have a department of 856 employees with an average turnover rate of 35% annually. Looking at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that the rate of turnover is the number of turnover incidents per period divided by the average workforce size times 100%. The industry trends for call center environments, their turnover rates are 30 to 40%. We have a firm turnover rate of 35%. We're right in the middle. A challenge has been issued by you to propose some serious solutions to reduce that number by 5% by the end of 2022. We need to reshape our environment and our way of thinking using programs backed by analytics. The 3 proposed solutions to reduce turnover and reshape our department's future is going to be engagement surveys for the purposes of retention, additional training for our people leaders, and schedule flexibility programs for our workforce. During this presentation, I'm going to demonstrate why these programs are going to benefit the firm and our employees, so we can retain that industry knowledge, increase employee morale and their engagement, leading to a reduction in turnover. Our solution to facilitate retention, our first one, is going to be employee engagement surveys conducted quarterly. The survey results would extrapolate the top drivers of employee disengagement to their direct supervisor and for organizational use. SHRM cites that surveys are the top sources of data used by organizations, up to 73%. Information from these surveys can help leaders to lead to better informed decisions about what drives engagement for their employees. And although we can spend an entire presentation solely on employee engagement, the surveys will allow us to have a better insight on the voice of the employee. We've selected Qualtrics to administer online employee survey costs at the cost of $125,000 per year for the department. The reason these surveys are critical is because the information can provide us with the insight on the root causes of disengagement. And only when we better understand what engages our employees can we create innovative solutions to motivate and inspire and better retain our workforce. We have a passion surrounding our customers. We should have the same passion for our employees because they service those customers every single day. Their interactions, they can make or break a client's experience. We've done benchmarking in the past and we've had very little value-added outcomes. We can use structural equation modeling to provide us with statistical results that allow the firm to explore the structure of interrelated relationships. If we better understand what it motivates and engages our employees, we can develop ways to retain them, being proactive versus reactive. There's a really well-known expression, it's almost a cliche. People don't leave bad jobs, they leave bad bosses. Why would we not invest in our managers so they can better direct employees in constructive and supportive ways, deepening their engagement? The only program in place for leaders is when they're initially hired. 6 hours are devoted just to feedback and coaching. Based on a survey of 25 managers that I've taken, I've averaged that 27 hours a week are devoted to some sort of coaching and feedback. If greater than half our work week, or half of a supervisor's work week, involves coaching and feedback, why is there not formal continuing education for our people leaders so they can further develop those skills? This training will work in tandem with employee engagement results, and managers can take survey feedback and they can enhance their coaching skills directly to drive better results, better behaviors for their employees, increasing productivity and their engagement as well. And once the program is in place, it would be pushed out biannually to all people leaders as part of their self-development. Managers come from all sorts of backgrounds, levels of education, work experience. They need to have that great foundation to help their employees be even more effective at their job. So the ongoing learning would be e-learning based, so electronic learning based. It'll help round out the gaps in their skill set or help to expand on leaders' current skill set. Our firm currently pays for subscriptions with LinkedIn and Harvard University for leadership courses. The learning and development section of our HR department would select specific courses for those platforms for leaders to take 2 times per year as part of their ongoing learning requirements. The formula is listed below. For the cost of training, it's an average cost per hour times the number of employees divided by the number of hours per year. We can pull productivity results by teams every 6 months after implementation to review our return on investment. So in tandem with these 2 proposed solutions, I now propose increased schedule flexibility. There's challenges that we face to be able to schedule our employees in our call center environment. We want our employees to have more schedules, more control over their schedules, but how do we balance that? Through employee feedback, we know that employees want more flexibility with their scheduling. So we have a contract with a third-party vendor, CCS, that's already in existence to schedule our workforce and modify the existing employee app with schedule updates. Our internal app, it's still in use, the Workday app, but it's outdated. Currently, the employee has to wait 24 hours to know if their PTO request is going to be granted. I know we can do better for our employees. Our internal IT department has the resources to modify the app and change the way our employees schedule time off. The platform enhancement, the application enhancement, it allows more flexibility and more control for our employees over their schedules. This modification will allow our employees to schedule swap with another representative within 2 hours before their startup shift, updating in real time. Notifications will auto-populate to their direct supervisors. Our scheduling center would automatically update the schedule. The changes would enable our employees to have more control over their schedule to handle and while simultaneously handling customer coverage needs. The employee app, again, is already in existence. The IT department confirmed that the features and connection enhancement to the platform have a projected cost of $8,000 with a 45-day projected development time. The maintenance costs are going to be minimal at $1,000 a month to maintain across the department. After the platform's in use for 6 months, we would be able to provide real costs to quantify the rate of return. It's also going to be used as a testing platform to roll out for different departments. We have over 3,500 claims adjusters working and seeking to possibly modify their schedule. They have access to the Workday app. It's an opportunity for a test and learn for viability to roll out across the enterprise. Our company, our department have immediate needs. We want to reduce employee turnover with employee programs backed by quantitative results. I propose 3 solutions to reduce the number of voluntary separations by 5% by the end of 2022. The goal is to retain our workforce through soliciting feedback through the implementation of employee engagement surveys, investing in our people leaders to have ongoing training centered around feedback and coaching, and to modify the schedule flexibility program that we currently have in place for our frontline adjusters. I thank you for your time and consideration as we push for innovation with our department and reshape our future.